Hey YouTube, Robert here. So I'm watching YouTube videos yesterday and I came across this one. This is from Hank Strange. And I don't know if you're subscribed to his channel, but it's a good channel. He's very knowledgeable about firearms. He's in the industry. He's got great videos. I really like his channel. Anyway, he posted this video of a traffic stop that happened to him. I guess 30 minutes from his house. He had taken his father to the airport, and this is Easter Sunday. And I just wanted to go through some of this because when I watched the video, it disturbed me, it upset me. And now a little background, because at the end he does explain it, and I'm not going to show that. You can go and watch this video for yourself, and I'll put a link below. But he says his most important thing during this stop was to get home safe to his family. And I get that. And it's easy to sit here and scrutinize this video after the fact. We weren't there. He was there. I've been pulled over with my gun. I know how nervous you can be. You don't know what the officers are going to do. But the amazing thing to me in this video is, and I think this is happening nationwide, that a good majority of the police officers nowadays view the public, honest, law-abiding citizens, and not as the enemy. It's them versus us. And until that goes away, none of us are going to be treated fairly. None of us are going to be assumed innocent until proven guilty. We're all going to be assumed guilty until they can prove that you're innocent. And even if you can prove in the traffic stop like he did that he's a good guy, that's not enough. And the other thing that bothers me with this is when an officer pulls you over, what more do you need to show him that you are a legal law-abiding citizen by cooperating? In this video he gives him his driver's license, and then they ask if he has any guns, and he hands him his permit. That right there should tell the officer that they're not dealing with a criminal. They're dealing with somebody that's a law-abiding citizen and legally carrying. Because I've had permits in 2 different states, in Oregon and here in Idaho. And to get that permit, you have to be fingerprinted, and you have to have a background check which lasts a month and a half to 2 months. You're cleared a good guy by the federal government, you're cleared a good guy by the state, you're cleared a good guy by the county, or they would not issue you that permit. Now you could say, well, even after he got the permit, he might have committed some crimes and he might not be a good guy anymore. Well, if that happens, they take that permit away. Physically take it away. They don't invalidate it and let you keep it. They will come and get that from you. You are not allowed to carry that permit if you've committed any crimes and such. So the reason I want to go through this video is because he has been profiled. He was pulled over for tinted windows. But after the officer has found out that his window tint was illegal, it's too dark, they went further than that. They didn't just deal with the tinted windows, they dealt with the firearm. So I'm going to roll this and we'll scrutinize this video as it goes. This may be a long video, so bear with me. I'll turn the sound down. So right now they're pacing him. They're probably running his plate, and I know for a fact, because I listened to a scanner at work, that when they call in that plate, your CCW pops up with it, as the registered driver. Now, granted, they don't know if the registered owner of the vehicle is the one driving, but they do know that the registered owner does have a CCW. So you're there pulling him over. So they've asked him to get out of the car. They're explaining about the window tint.
Is there anybody else in the car first with you? Okay. With your permission, I'll go back up there with you. We'll roll it down halfway. If it's too dark, we continue. If it's legal, send you on your way. Okay. Okay. So just hold on to your license for me, okay?
So he's being very cooperative.
And I'll go up there with you. Do you mind rolling the window down? Sure. For me. No guns, knives, bombs, bazookas, anything like that?
Now at this point he asks if he has any knives, guns, bazookas, which is ridiculous, but whatever. That's their procedure. And there he's handing him his permit. At that point, this officer should know this guy's legit. You know, out of all the people I could be pulling over, this guy's probably not going to be a problem.
Is it on you? Yeah. Okay, where is it? All right, look.
Whoop, sorry. Shit. Now at this point, let's see. Sorry. I screwed this all up.
Halfway. If it's too dark, we continue. If it's okay.
All right. The one mistake Hank made here was.
Is it on you? Yeah. Okay. Where is it?
Right there. He patted his weapon. Never do that. You know, and the officers react. They kind of step back. Whoa, what are you doing? You know, you're reaching for your weapon. So don't do that.
Stand back here for me. I see your CCW. Go ahead and stand right here.
Now he says, I see your CCW.
The hood of the car, okay? Okay. Right here.
Okay, now also let me explain something here. Shit, keep screwing this up. He's going to disarm him, and he says it's for his safety. This officer right here. And in my opinion, this officer, he may look young, but he's no rookie. He knows what the hell he's doing. He's setting all this up. And now behind the scenes, behind this vehicle here that you see, there's an officer here and an officer here. And Hank says there are 2 to 3 other vehicles behind there. Now this officer says it's for my safety. I'll feel more comfortable if you're unarmed and we can put the weapon into your car. Now, if you're that uncomfortable with a guy that's carrying a concealed weapons permit, that is most likely a good guy, maybe you don't belong in law enforcement. And the fact that I want to disarm you so I feel more comfortable, even though I have 6 of my buddies around you, behind you, you know, I didn't get that. I mean, how much more comfortable do you need to feel? Do you need to call in the SWAT team and disarm him so you feel comfortable? I mean, if you're that skittish about your job, this is a dangerous job. You get paid. You know when you go into this job that it's a dangerous job, you know. But there again, this guy's being totally cooperative, hasn't caused you any problems, and he's a concealed weapons holder. So right there, if it's valid, you know, in my opinion, there's nothing to worry about here.
Okay. I would feel much better if you would let me take the gun and put it in my car, or put it back in your car, and then I'll feel better about it. Is that okay?
Yeah, he'll feel better about disarming him.
Okay. Let me tell you what to do. I'm going to run your license.
Okay, wait. Let's go back here. So now check this out. He's going back to the car. Watch him. Put the gun in the car. I'll just come through. And what he's doing right there, he's writing down the serial numbers to the firearm. Why? What's his probable cause to think that that firearm's stolen? This guy has given you a valid CCW permit, his name, his license, all this, and you still think, because you think all people in the public are criminals, they're guilty until proven innocent, that you need to write down his serial numbers off his gun. The gun's not the issue, it's the window tint. Remember, this is what he got pulled over for. Sorry, it's hard to hold this camera and not shake.
Okay. Let me tell you what to do. I'm going to run your license, make sure it's valid, everything's good. And do you mind handing me that concealed weapon permit as well? I appreciate your cooperation. I really do. And is the vehicle registered to you?
Yes.
By chance? Okay.
Yes.
Do you have the insurance card in your wallet as well?
That would be in my car.
It's in the glove box. Where at in the glove box, or in the car, excuse me.
Okay, now he's asked for his insurance card, which Hank doesn't have on him. It's in the car. So, okay, now I get to search your car because I'm not going to allow you to go back to the car where I put your firearm. So you tell me where it is. You agree. Can we go into your car to find the insurance papers? Well, yeah, I guess if you're not going to let me go get my insurance card, I guess I'm going to have to let you go into my car and look through my console and look through my glove box to find my insurance card. So I think that's a ploy by this officer right here. You know, he has set this up to where Hank feels comfortable about giving up his rights and letting this officer do whatever he is. That's why I think this officer is no rookie. Okay, we'll fast forward. And Hank tells him, I'm in the firearms industry, blah blah blah. I got friends that are cops and this and that. So now he's running his license. Now on the video you can hear this. He's running his license, his CCW, and he runs a check on the gun. That's how you know when he was in that driver's area putting the gun in that he took the serial numbers off. Now here's my other issue with all this is Hank is being investigated, and I've wrote this down in the comments on his video. He's being investigated and he was never told that he was being investigated, because the minute the officer tells him, oh, we're going to run this, Hank might object to that. He has rights, but as long as he doesn't tell him, you know, then Hank doesn't know his rights are being violated. It's all good. Hank thinks he's in there writing him a ticket for window tint. Now, what does running his Glock 19 have to do with the tinted windows or the reason you're pulled over? You've already proven that here's my CCW, so I have a right to have this firearm. So there's no reason to take that portion of this stop any further. You don't need to check on my gun. Now, keep in mind,
But if it comes up, you can mention it.
too, that
If he asks, like,
the officer didn't even tell him that he's writing him a warning for the tinted windows, because he's waiting to hear back about the gun and his license and all that stuff. And meanwhile, again, there's 6 or 8 officers there. So, you know, that's why he's saying, oh, you know, my first concern was getting home and not escalating this, which I understand that. But in my opinion, they're stomping on his rights. And they're being nice about it, you know. Oh, we're just so friendly, but by the way, we're not going to tell you what we're doing. You know, to me, it's just utterly ridiculous how this happens. All right, so now he's going to narrate about his video. So now here's another thing. I have a video on my channel being pulled over twice in one night within 5 miles of each stop for a headlight being out. I handed the officers my permit and it was all good. They never asked where it was, what it was. They never took it from me. And in each stop, there was only one officer, you know, because they understand, at least around here in Wyoming and Idaho, that, or in the counties I live in, that the CCW holders here aren't anything to be concerned about. They're the good guys, if you want to go that far, but they're law-abiding citizens. So why would you treat a law-abiding citizen as if they're up to something, they're criminals, like I said, assumed guilty until you prove or find out that they're innocent and doing nothing. Now, he does say he was profiled. There's a party that goes on, a black family in the area, that every Easter they have this big party, and it's a problem. And you know, it was told to him later that was probably the reason he was pulled over. He did say as he was traveling down the road, he passed an officer that was parked on the side and made eye contact with him. So they knew he was black, you know, and so now they're profiling every black person that goes down that road. You know, you can say that, okay, they had him get out of the car because his window tint, they didn't know who they were dealing with. But one officer had already seen him, made eye contact with him driving down the road. They knew who was in the car. And then they pulled him over under the guise of the window tint being too dark, which it was, but it shouldn't have escalated from there. It should have been, okay, your window tint's too dark, here's your ticket, have a nice day. We ran your license, you're good to go. You know, but oh shit, you're a black man with a concealed weapons permit and you have your gun on you? Oh, well, we need to check all this out. Why? He's already been checked out. That's how he got the permit. And I don't know if it's, I think this is in Florida, if Florida's a duty to inform state. It's not here in Idaho or Wyoming, so I don't have to tell an officer if I'm carrying a gun, where it is, what, you know, sight unseen, enough, you know, nothing needs to be said. But he was forthright enough when asked, yes, here it is, blah, blah, blah. He cooperated fully. So the other thing, and the last point I want to make, is with 6 to 8 officers around and he's standing at the front of the vehicle, if this was just a window tint stop, they could have told him to keep his hands on the hood and let him keep his gun on him and dealt with the window tint issue and then cited him. But no, they wanted to take the gun away so they can put it in the car, so they can run the serial numbers and all this. You see what I'm saying is, they could have just dealt with the traffic stop with all those cops around. I mean, Hank's not going to make a move towards his weapon. Why would he? And if he did, there's plenty of officers there to stop that instantly. He'd have never got a shot off if he reached for his weapon. They could have told him, keep your hands on the car. If you move your hands off the car, we're going to have a problem. And we're not going to disarm you. There's no need for that. You have a permit, we'll run your permit. If it's legal, then there's no reason why you can't stand there with your gun on your hip, as long as you're not reaching for it. We're going to deal with the window stop, the window tint, and then you'll be on your way. And that's how I feel they could have handled that. You know, but this one cop stating, oh, I'm uncomfortable here with you carrying, let's take it, let's run it, let's do all this stuff. So that's why I think quite a few of his rights were violated. So anyway, check out Hank Strange and his videos. They're really good. And that's all I wanted to say about that. Thanks for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you.